All right, what's up, you guys? It's me, Bloomy, with Bloom from Within Love. Listen, I'm at the park, walking, just getting a little sunshine, and I was listening to one of my favorite tarot readers, and hold on, you guys, I'm sorry. I know this is not really all that aesthetically pleasing. Well, actually it is, because we can stand to look at some more green, can't we? We can certainly stand to be around some more green. So take that in. Take that in, you guys. I'm going to slow down for you guys so I could actually speak clearly. And I wanted to come on briefly just to share this, okay? I was asking some questions last night about why that individual that I told you guys about last night on that video, remember I said I was going to go out on a date? And I was like, what the hell? Right? And so I was actually asking, like, I was asking my guides and stuff, like, I'm going to walk in the grass a little bit so you guys can get some more views of the scene here. I was asking my guides, like, I'm like, okay, I'm doing, pretty good. I've been really, doing a lot of self-care, a lot of self-love, a lot of growth, releasing a lot of things. And I understand attraction in terms of frequency and energy. And so I was like, how the hell did I attract that individual? And this particular tarot reader, she understands quantum physics, on a very deeper level than me. And she was talking about all of the retrogrades. And she said this. She said that during this time, depending on like where we're at in the process, what happens is when we are shifting and as we're elevating, initially we will still attract a reflection of the very thing that we're releasing, almost kind of like she didn't say it was like a test, but she was like, it'll still show up. I want to quote her because it hit me like ding, ding, because I was like, what the heck was that? And because I'm like, I'm not there anymore. I'm not vibrating on that level. I'm not tolerating those things. I'm not welcoming those things. I'm not participating in those things anymore. I'm not, you know what I'm trying to say? Because it's like once you start healing and releasing, you're like, okay, all right. So what's up? And it was the way she put it. I was like, oh, snaps. And what's ironic about it, let me tell you guys why it struck, like it really made me understand. So the individual that I was going to go out with, what was funny and ironic about this person, now don't laugh, okay? This person looks very much like my ex. This person's name is the same name as my ex. This person has the same eye color and hair color as my ex. Yep. Yep. So this is what's funny. So I thought initially, this is what happened with me. This is what I thought was going to happen initially. I told myself, because at first I was reluctant when the person like inboxed me or whatever. I was reluctant and I was like, trying to double check to make sure, like, I'm like, is this a fake account or, whatever? And I was like, okay, let me look into it. So the person lives out of state. They're much older than my ex. They're much taller than my ex. They have more than one picture, so it was a legit profile. And so they were just traveling, visiting in Vegas and things like that. So I was like, okay. And so this is what I told myself. I said, well, Brandy, this will be the ultimate test to see if you can really, be that healed or releasing of your ex, or, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes those are triggers that will come up to see, like, can you be okay? Like, you know what I mean? And at first I was like, oh, to the no. I was like, no. I was like, nah. But then I was like, no, Brandy, listen, you have really went in deep. A lot of people get out of relationships and they jump right into something else. You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't know how to sit still. They don't know how to be with themselves. They don't know how to, go within. And, and I'm not one of those. I believe in just taking a step back. That's just my conviction, okay? I don't believe in just hopping from one bed to the next. I don't believe in just, going from one somebody to another somebody. I don't care if it was an ex-person waiting. I just don't believe in that, okay? So I took out the time to self-reflect and not only just to heal, but I just took the time to self-reflect. I took the time to put energy elsewhere, back into myself. I took the time to put energy back into home, back into finances, back into business, back into other things that usually get neglected when you get into relationships, right? So I took out that time, and then when I felt like I was ready, I said, now it's time. It's time to put myself back out there and to try to start casually dating. I didn't want anything serious. I just wanted to put myself out there to perhaps, meet and mingle, make friends, and go out on dates to see what happens, with nothing attached to it, just to, see what happens. And lo and behold, I got inboxed by someone with the same name. And I think it's what this lady was talking about. I manifested my ex. Literally manifested him in another form. That's some crazy shit. Like, I manifested him in another form, down to his hair color, eye color, name, okay? That's some deep shit. Like, and look, on top of that, I manifested his character, because what ended up happening is this, like I told you guys last night. So the guy, he initially came off all like super, he inboxed me. He was very nice, sweet, I was like, okay, a little flirtation, and I'm no prude, he was like, hi, you're very pretty. I was like, okay, hi, thank you, and we kind of went from there, and he was like, what you up to? I was like, oh, I'm working on my business. It was very lightweight. And then he was like, would you like to hang out, because I think we kind of exchanged like for a few days. And then eventually he was like, would you like to hang out? And so by him saying hang out, I was like, well, I said, okay, sure. I said, would you like to meet up at Bourbon Street Sports Bar? I said, I could possibly meet up with you for about an hour. Maybe. I said around 9 o'clock on Saturday night. And He was like, oh, well, I'm staying at the Flamingo Hotel. I don't have a car. And I was really wanting and hoping or something like that, you know, for, you know, to have you over or to, I don't know, you know, have you here and like kiss all over your body. That's what he said. That's what he said, you guys. Now, check this out, okay? I'm saying this because, so you traveled from where are you from? He said that he lived in Boston, Massachusetts, okay? And that he was visiting here. He didn't have any friends or family. So you're coming out here to Vegas to hang out and gamble. You don't have any friends and family. You don't have a car. You don't have a rental car. You don't have money to get an Uber, at least, to meet a young lady. I should say young, I'm kind of middle-aged, right? But to meet a lady at a bar that you're interested in hanging out with. It could end up back at the Flamingo. I mean, like I said, I'm no prude. I mean, I'm not totally against it if that's what I felt in the moment, if it led there, but it ain't guaranteed, is my whole point. I may just want to wait. I may not want to have sex yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving out guarantees in life. Like, you know, it's like, but my whole point is like, wow, you guys, you know, we're talking about like quantum physics and, you know, law of attraction, energy, you know, how it works and when you're healing and changing. And she was just saying how when you're transitioning in the retrogrades, because we have several retrogrades going on right now, and how when you're transitioning in those moments, you will manifest both. You'll manifest people who look similar to your past, as well as the kind of vibrations in which you are vibrating at as well. So be mindful of that. And don't be all flipped out like I was at first about it, because you feel like you're doing all this healing work and you know that you're raising your vibration and you know that you've been working on yourself and you're like, what the fuck? You know, if I'm doing all this healing and meditating and cleansing and releasing, why am I still manifesting or attracting people that are so low vibrational? And it's because of, you know, all these retrogrades and transitions and, you know, where you may be at in that transitionary point, okay? And I just wanted to share that with you guys because I felt like it's going to resonate with so many of you. Hopefully that will give you some relief. You're not crazy. You're still doing great. So just be mindful of that. Just breathe through it. You know, and a good sign about that is this. If you notice that you are still attracting people that look similar to things that you once were about and that you once were vibrating in, pay attention to how you respond. Pay attention to the way you react. Is your reaction the same? Because that's going to tell you where your level of growth is. And what I noticed about me in terms of my reaction, it's not the same. My reaction is not the same. Once upon a time, I would have felt compelled to have to say something back, to have to interact, to have to explain myself, to make up an excuse, or, you know. And quite honestly, I no longer feel like I owe anybody any explanation. I will add that I could have perhaps, now this is the one thing that I feel like maybe, you know, I could have just simply said no. And that may be the next phase of my growth, where the next time somebody come at me with some crazy shit, instead of just simply ignoring them like, you done lost your damn mind, I'm not going to even validate you. The next time somebody asks me something that I feel is just off the wall, I may lovingly simply just respond by saying no. Just saying no. And then letting them have a hissy fit or whatever they're going to do. And then walking away or then ignoring them. You know what I'm saying? As a means of just acknowledging their request or their statement, but making it clear to them, like, no, that's not how you come at me. I asked you if you wanted to meet up and have a, dinner or something. I don't know you. We haven't had a conversation. We've exchanged all of 3, text messages via, a social media platform. I am not coming to your hotel room. You know what I mean? So maybe that's going to be the next phase of my growth. The next time somebody comes at me assuming that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so do that, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Rest of your Sunday. It's a beautiful day. Take care. I'm sending you guys love and light. Namaste.